All right, in this series, we're going to be talking about painting and doing a different area of painting. I'm going to be using a gallery wrap. It is a specific kind of canvas. It's a nice canvas because you don't have to frame it because it's gallery wrap. It comes just like 2 inches off of the wall that it comes on, and the canvas wraps around that 2 inches, and you're supposed to paint it. Yes, or you can paint it black. Some people paint it black. So what we're going to do in this one is we're going to paint a non-objective background using analogous color pattern, which is using light colors together. And then we're going to opaque projector a realistic image, hopefully an image that you have personally, like you've taken with your phone or whatnot. And then we're going to project that onto the canvas after we're done painting our non-objective background. And then we're going to trace that with a Sharpie marker and pen. And once that's done, then we're going to paint it with the complementary color of the background as realistically as we possibly can. This is the assignment. It's pretty awesome. I think you're going to like the effect. It's definitely different. We're going to let the canvas, the background, bleed through the foreground. So it gives it a kind of a nice mystic kind of look. I think you're going to like it. It was a lot of fun. Anyway, here's the start of it. Here's the series. Enjoy. Alright, as you can see here, it's a gallery wrap. I point that out. I know, let's sped it up. So I took the plastic off there and I'm putting water down. So I got yellow. Yellow's going to be my background. And normally I tell you don't mix straight out of the bottle. This was straight out of the bottle for the most part, but I got a white, an off-white here that I'm adding to it in just certain sections. We want some to have the intense yellow. We want some to mute it down. We want to create an interesting texture to the background and not just a straight color. So I'm adding water to the canvas so I can get it to spread out because the paint's a little thick and I want a nice layer because this is going to be more than one layer. We got multiple layers going on here. So this is the first about 3. You want to do about 3 layers on here, reinforcing it and making sure that we're getting a nice texture all the way around. So you can see here I'm painting back and forth. All my strokes are going side to side, the same kind of strokes. Unless I start putting the white paint down, then I'm just spreading it out. So I'm doing like a crisscross pattern, like a star pattern. I go up, down, left, right, side to side, diagonal, diagonal. Okay, and I'm just putting it in random spots. There's no hidden agenda. There's no rhyme or reason. I'm just picking locations to put it, and now I'm painting over it with some yellow and kind of mixing it in there so I have a nice blend. It's not too harsh. It kind of gradates in and out of each other. So since this is a gallery wrap, I'm also painting the sides as well. Since I sped it up, you probably didn't see that. And you saw the heat gun. So I'm basically taking a heat gun or a hair dryer, and you're drying the paint. You're gonna see it's kind of glossy, so you're gonna know where the paint's still kind of wet for the most part when you're doing the background. So you kind of want to hit those spots. You do not want to leave the gun just sitting in one area. You're moving it around. So I'm moving in circular motions. Otherwise, you're gonna burn your paint, you're gonna burn your canvas, and then you're not gonna have your canvas, and no one likes that. So you see there, I'm also air drying the sides. This is a 2 foot by 2 foot canvas. Yes, we want to go this size. We want a larger size for this because we're going to opaque projector the foreground, and we want a nice large size to work with. So you can see here I'm just going back and forth, adding more white in certain areas, adding the canary yellow in other areas to get the darker, more intense color, and then muting it out and layering over the same spots so I can have a definite variety of color, a variety of tone. That's what we're going to want to do for the basis of the painting. We want a variety of tone in the background. I know it's not going to make probably a lot of sense to you, but there's still going to need to be that variety of tone. And then we're going to do another wash over top of it, kind of a splatter painting. And then we're going to take a spray bottle, get it all nice and liquidy so it just strings down. If you want to, you can have it go all one way. You can have it go multiple ways. I've done many different things with this technique. But it's a nice basic technique to get a nice interesting background with really not having to do a whole lot of work other than doing some layering of paint and some special, tips and tricks. This didn't take long to do. The longest part of it was just getting the paint to dry to put on the next application. It's very easy and you're just going with the flow. So go with the flow, enjoy. You want a nice bright color for your background. You don't want an overly dark color, and you want to lighten it up. And that's what I did with that off-white and that yellow.